unexpected ocean, a vast blue expanse critical to life on Earth. And there's no better animal to represent the story of the ocean with all its splendor and uncertainty than the killer whale, or as it's scientifically known, the Orcinus orca. The orca lives in every corner of the ocean, from the Arctic to the Atlantic, the Southern to the Indian, to the mighty Pacific and beyond. This whale's story is the ocean's story, and it is one we all share.
Welcome to SeaWorld's Orca Encounter. I'm Amber, and I'm honored to introduce you to this intriguing and majestic animal. Behaviors. We hope this Orca Encounter will help you better understand these magnificent creatures and all that they represent.
While they are found in every ocean, orcas living off the coast of Iceland are quite different than those near Costa Rica. In fact, there are at least 10 types or ecotypes of killer whales. An ecotype describes the differences between killer whale size, physical form, prey, social structure, and habitat. As you can see, the differences are subtle, but noticeable when compared side by side. Orcas are adapted perfectly to their environments. And even the whale's black and white coloration has a purpose. It camouflages the outline of their bodies in the water, making it easier for them to surprise and catch their prey. When viewed from above, the black of the whale blends in with the dark depths of the ocean. When viewed from below, the orca's white bellies match the brighter surface of the water, blending with the light above, giving them the perfect camouflage.
Wonder. And a 5-year-old playful whale named Makani is going to help me show you some of their physical characteristics. The blowhole is perfectly designed for getting a quick breath at the surface. Even the location of his eyes works to his advantage. It looks like they're in the white patch, but that's a visual distraction. They're actually located just in front of that, near the corners of the mouth, camouflaged from thrashing prey. The fin on top of his back is called the dorsal fin. The dorsal fin helps regulate the killer whale's body temperature and also helps stabilize them as they swim. The flippers on either side of their body are called pectoral flippers. Pectoral flippers have 5 bony digits inside them, just like the human hand, and they are used primarily for steering and stopping. The lobes on either side of the tail are called flukes. The tail flukes are the killer whale's engine, propelling them to speeds of up to 28 miles per hour. But they swim the fastest and use the most power when propelling their almost 10,000-pound bodies out of the water.
Killer whales are highly social animals with a well-defined social structure. An orcapod is always led by a female. Though just half the size of her male counterpart, she is in charge. It's all about attitude, not size. Because they live and work as a group, orcas need to communicate with sounds and body language. Orcas use clicks for echolocation or navigation. Whistles to socialize in the pod. And calls for group coordination and hunting. Development studies here at SeaWorld show that early on, calves learn vocalization from their mothers. But as they grow, they learn from others close to them as well. This is a bottlenose dolphin call that Shuka learned and even taught other killer whales here at SeaWorld. In fact, orcas are the largest members of the dolphin family. Whales here and in the wild use vocalization to communicate all the time.
Like all animals, killer whales use body language as part of their communication. A pectoral slap is used to show dominance or to get noticed. For example, a mother may use a pec slap to get the attention of her calf. But when they really want to be heard, they breathe. Spy hopping is how killer whales coordinate and get a better view of their surroundings while they hunt. Communication killer whales use in the wild. So it's no surprise at the top of the ocean's food chain.
Killer whales work together to rear their young, protect their pod, and most importantly, pursue and catch their prey. Every day they cooperate to survive in the wild oceans of the world. The orca's hunting techniques are as varied as the whales themselves. Norwegian killer whales will circle herring, herding them together. The whales use sounds to coordinate with each other and to disorient the herring. With the fish confused and contained, the whales stun them with their powerful tail flukes, making for an easy meal.
Orcas will actually create waves washing over ice floes, knocking seals into the water. Watch as our whales demonstrate the same behavior, showing you one of the many complex and impressive hunting abilities killer whales have developed around the world. But you can't truly imagine how much water is displaced unless you experience it firsthand. Luckily, Jacob has volunteered to feel the power of the waves created by the whales. All right, Jacob, come on down. Watch your step. Go ahead and have a seat. Put that back up against the wall. Keep those feet down on the floor for me. Perfect. And then you're just going to turn and sit. So turn and sit just like this. There you go. Here they come. Hold on tight. Oh! Jacob, you did it. Excellent job. How did it feel to be that seal? Good. That was a lot of power, wasn't it? Come on around here, Jacob. Great job. Thank you so much for showing the power of the killer whale tail. Excellent job, Jacob. Now, because killer whales are found in all parts of the ocean, it's no surprise they eat all different types of prey, including other whales. The blue whale on the screen is the largest animal on Earth. It is 5 times longer and 50 times heavier than Keet. So how does a whale Keet's size eat a whale the size of a blue whale in the wild? It's possible because killer whales are the ultimate team players.
In this example, we see the larger male orcas surround a sperm whale, forming a perimeter, while the females continue to drive the whale forward until it reaches exhaustion. The calves then move in to join the adults in the group. Whatever their prey, killer whales always cooperate and hunt together, making them a highly successful predator.
Play is an important part of everyday life for killer whales in the wild. It's how they teach the young to hunt and practice their skills as they grow. You'll see whales interacting and showing their playful side, both in the wild and right here at SeaWorld. Porpoising is when the whales swim fast to the surface, breaking out of the water briefly. and will rub their bellies on rocks when they can. We observe our whales doing a similar behavior, just like the whales in British Columbia would. You'll also see whales imitating each other in the wild. We see it here at SeaWorld all the time. Our whales are always mimicking and learning from each other. Behavior does have a purpose. A tail whip is used to stun fish in the wild, but today, our whales might just be stunning all of you. Behaviors that will help us keep them healthy. We train them to offer different body parts so we can check their overall health, and even ask them to show us their tail flukes. And there's a vein that runs right at the surface of those tail flukes, and our veterinarians can come out and draw blood samples to check their health. They'll even slide out onto a scale so we can check their weight. We track their weight, we weigh them weekly to make sure that the adults are staying healthy and that the calves are growing properly. They'll even allow us to get a breath sample from their blowhole. All of this is possible because of the trusted relationships that we've built with the whales day after day here at SeaWorld. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my privilege to introduce you to a 25-year-old male named Keet. Keet is known as our gentle giant. He weighs in at about 8,500 pounds. But one of his favorite things is just relaxing and hanging out with his trainers and getting these nice back rubs. We challenge our whales every day to learn new things, to engage and stimulate their minds. Diet, exercise, and of course play help keep our whales in great shape.
The whales here at SeaWorld have helped killer whales in the wild by participating in many research studies. One ongoing study monitors the whale's heart rate and breathing to understand how marine noise pollution from ship engines and other sources affect wild populations. In another study, scientists from NOAA, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, took measurements of the killer whales living here, including pregnant whales. By comparing these measurements with drone footage of killer whales in the wild, scientists are able to monitor the wild population's nutritional and reproductive states. Other research has been done here at SeaWorld on the mother whale's milk composition. This research will help create an effective model to understand how toxins in the ocean impact wild killer whales and their milk supply. What we learn from the whales in our care every day is actively helping whales in the wild survive. And just by being here today, you've supported our rescue, research, and conservation efforts all around the world. If we work together, like the killer whale, we can protect the future of the Orcinus orca and this beautiful planet that we all share.